Dear friends, I take this opportunity to welcome you for the session 5 in which we are going to discuss about game theory, dominance concept and graphical solution. In session 4, we have discussed about outline of theory of games or game theory, that is theoretical concepts and the terminology associated to game theory. Then we have discussed about how to formulate a game or how to write the payoff matrix. And then we have discussed how to solve a game. So in solving a game, we have discussed three methods. Just I have listed three methods, and the first method was discussed in the previous session itself. The first method is saddle point concept or saddle point approach. The second is dominance concept, and the third is graphical solution. So in this session, we are going to discuss about dominance concept and graphical solution. Coming to the learning objectives of this session, after this session you should be able to understand the concept of dominance, solve a game using dominance rule, use graphical method to solve a game. Coming to the dominance concept or rule, basically this dominance concept or rule is used to reduce a higher order game to lower order game. Size of a game can be reduced by eliminating a strategy which is inferior to another. Such a strategy is said to be dominated by the other. The concept of dominance is especially useful for the evaluation of games where a saddle point does not exist. In other words, if max-min is not equal to min-max, that you have to reduce by using the concept of dominance to 2x2 game. And in the session 4 itself, we have discussed about how to solve a 2x2 game without saddle point. Basically, the outline of this dominance concept is, first we will check the saddle point. If there is saddle point, so we will solve the game using the saddle point approach or concept. That is very simple. That is a deterministic game. Corresponding strategies we will take corresponding to min-max and max-min. If min-max was equal to max-min, so what we used to do? So we used to strike out the respective row and respective column. Solution of a game means suggesting the best strategy for player A, for player B, and value of game. In one stretch we used to get the solution. But when there is no saddle point, so I mean if you find max-min is not equal to min-max, then what you have to do is, by using the concept of dominance, you have to reduce the size of the game. So higher order game to lower order game, that is to 2x2 it will be reduced in general. So that 2x2 game, by using that formula that we have discussed in the previous session, so we can solve to find out the probabilities of using the respective strategies. So now, what is the meaning of this dominance? Let us understand in steps. First thing that you have to understand is row dominance. If every element in a particular row is less than or equal to the corresponding element of another row, then the former row is said to be inferior or dominated by the latter row, and this row can be deleted. So this is very simple. Assume that row player is having two strategies, R1 and R2. By using R1 he is going to get 100 points. By using R2 he is going to get 200 points. Okay, from A's point of view, which is better? So whether it is advisable to get 100 points or 200 points? Naturally 200 points. Then, so what we can say is R1 is inferior or R2 dominates R1. Hence, R1 can be deleted. That is about row dominance. Coming to the column dominance, it is on the other way. So if every element in a particular column is greater than or equal to the corresponding elements of another column, the former column is said to be inferior or dominated by latter column, and this column can be deleted. From column player point of view, that is player B point of view, so assume that okay, C1 and C2 is having, that is like R1, R2 have used for row player, no? So C1 and C2. By using C1, so he is going to lose, let us say 50 points or so. By using C2, he is going to lose 100 points, let us say. So as a loser, he prefers to lose the minimum. So instead of losing 100 points, no, so he prefers to lose 50 points. In this case, what will happen is, so the minimum you will retain because it is the loss, no, the minimum loss you will keep, the maximum loss, so you will discard. So in other words, so second strategy, so which is making him to lose 100, no, is inferior. Hence, first strategy which is making him to lose 50 points will dominate the second strategy. However, okay, through a numerical, so we'll see what is row dominance, what is column dominance, modified row or modified column dominance. Sometimes there will not be pure dominance when no single row or single column has dominance over the another. Then the comparison may be made between a row or column and average of group of rows or columns, and a row or column is deleted as discussed. I mean, no row is superior to no row, or no row is inferior to no other row. In such cases, what we will do is, we'll combine, we'll take the average of two rows or columns, then same thing, okay, whatever I have done in row dominance and column dominance, we'll see. So one thing that you have to remember here is, so a single row or single column you have to compare with the group of rows or columns. Solve the following game using the dominance concept. So row player is having 3 strategies, column player is having 3 strategies, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. These are the payoff elements, and the whole thing is payoff matrix now. First of all, so let us confirm whether there is saddle point or not. However, it is used to, it is given to use the dominance concept. Always let us find whether there is saddle point or not, so that you can guess the value of game also, as we have discussed. Let us find row minima and column maxima, so as we did in the previous concept. Okay, row minima, minimum of this row, minimum of this row, minimum of this row. In this, the maximum is 4. So column maxima, maximum is 6, 8, okay. So then this one is 5, like, fine. 6, this one is 5, sorry, this is interchanged. This 8 should come here, this 5 should come here, fine. So what is your observation? Maximum is 4, min max is 5. So max min is not equal to min max, and hence there is no saddle point. So in the beginning itself I told dominance concept, okay, here is useful. The concept of dominance is especially useful for the evaluation of games where a saddle point does not exist. So now there is no saddle point, so hence you have to use the dominance. What is this dominance? A higher order game can be reduced to lower order game. Let us see that first now. First, row dominance. So before that, since max min is not equal to min max, we can't use the method of pure strategy, that is saddle point, to solve the game. Now if you observe the elements, just is a general comparison by observation, what I can say, it can be seen that row A2 dominates row A3. Let us go back, row A2. So row A2, you go for this, 6 is greater than 4, row A2, 6 is greater than 4, 4 is greater than 2, 6 is greater than 4. What is your observation is, all the elements, not one element or so, all the elements of A2, please note, are greater than or equal to the elements of A3. Hence, A2 dominates A3. I'll repeat, 6 is greater than 4, 4 is greater than 2, 6 is greater than 4. Greater than or equal also it may be. So, as all the elements of A2 are greater than or equal to A3, so what we will say is row dominance. This is called row dominance, as we discussed in theory. So A2 dominates A3, hence this is to be deleted, or A2 is retained, A3 is deleted. That's what we have done. Fine. So A3 is not there in the picture now. That is first step, row dominance. Column dominance. From column player point of view, it is reverse. Okay, in the sense, always okay, you will try to minimize the losses. No. So you compare this. Okay, how to compare means this is one pair you have to do, B1, B2, like permutations and combinations, B2, B3, B1, B3. First you compare these two. So whichever is less, that you have to keep from B's point of view. 4 is less than 5, fine. but 6 is greater than 4. Comparison between these two is ruled out or not possible. And you take this, 5 is less than 8. 5 is less than 8. 4 is less than 6. So from B's point of view, instead of losing 8 and 6, he prefers to lose 5 and 4. In other words, all the elements of B2, are lesser than or equal to B3. Hence, B2 dominates B3 here. B2 dominates B3. So B3 is to be eliminated. How B3 is eliminated? Let us see. Or okay, even this one also is okay. So 4 is lesser than 8. 6 is lesser equal to 6. Even this case also it is valid. 5 is lesser than 8. 4 is lesser than 6. Neither way, so either B1 or B2 dominates B3. Hence, so delete B3. Column B1 or column B2 dominates the column B3 as the elements of B1 or B2 are lesser than or equal to B3. Column dominance you have to apply here. Fine. Hence, B3 can be deleted. So, thus the reduced matrix 4, 5, 6, 7. And you please retain A1, A2, B1, B2 because this is deleted. B3 will not come into the picture. A3 also will not come into the picture. Now it is reduced to a 2 by 2 matrix which is not having saddle point. Already in the previous session we discussed how to solve a 2 by 2 game without saddle point. That is A11, A12 if you remember, A21, A22. That analogy or that formula you have to recall. And you have to call x1, x2 are the probabilities, y1, y2 are the probabilities. Fine. So here basically if you take the problem, original problem, you have 3 strategies for player A, 3 strategies for player B. So to be precise, you have to call let x1, x2, x3. Of course, x3 is 0, it is deleted, no? So y1, y2, y3 be the probabilities of using first, second, third strategies of player A, first, second, third strategies of player B. x1, x2, x3. Not only x1 and x2 because so the size of the matrix basically it was 3 cross 3. So x1, x2, x3 also you have to take, though it takes a value of 0. Like y3 also takes a value of 0. Now let the probabilities of using, that's what, A1, A2, A3 be x1, x2, x3 respectively, and the probabilities of using B1, B2, B3 strategies by player B be y1, y2, y3. So such that x1 plus x2 plus x3 is 1, y1 plus y2 plus y3 is 1. So in the reduced matrix, so that's what if you compare, so A11, A12, A21, A22. So x1, this is the equation or formula we discussed. Fine. So this is the equation, and x2 is 1 minus x1, y1, y2, and okay. So you may be thinking, what is x3? X3 is 0 because that strategy itself is deleted. Y3 is also 0. Fine. Value of game is this one. X1 is 2 by 3 will get, x2 is 1 by 3, x3 is 0. Similarly, y1 is 1 by 3, y2 is 1 by 3. You please see that some of the probabilities should be 1. Fine. Here also. Then value of game is 14 by 3, and this is the way of answering. Solution of the game means, so you have to suggest the probabilities of using first, second, third strategies by player A, in the same way for player B, and value of game. Now, so you can cross check the value of game. So value of game always lies between max min and min max, okay, 4 and 5, okay, in between. Now just let us see the value of game that you got it, 14 by 3, that is very much within 4 and 5. That's all about the concept of dominance. So higher order game is to be reduced to lower order means. Lower order means 2 cross 2 further. So it may not be possible to reduce. Fine. So then you have to give the probabilities of using strategies by player A, player B, then value. So it is probabilistic in nature because there is no saddle point. See, both the strategies is using. So this strategy for some time, out of 3 times of play, 2 times, out of 3 times, 1 time, like that. So this is y1, y2, y3. Now let us take one more numerical. Solve the following game by the dominance concept. So A is having 3 strategies, B is having 3 strategies. Let us check, however, whether there is max min and min max equal or not. I mean, so that at least you can guess the value of game. No, so it is not so in general. Okay, I mean in this problem, straight away. Okay, I have compared the elements. Okay, if you compare without this, see 6. First comparison is these two, then this two, then this two. 6 is greater than 5. 2 is equal to 2. 7 is greater than 6. All the elements of A2 are greater than or equal to A3. Hence, A2 dominates A3. There is no point of keeping this strategy, no. As it is inferior, so okay, this will be deleted. So that's what has happened here. 1, 7, 2, 6, 2, 7 like. Now again, if you compare these columns, no, so column dominance is different. As is loser, you will try to keep the minimum numbers. Like for example, 1 is greater than, this is one pair, this one pair, this one pair. Like permutations and combinations I have told. 1 is greater than 7, but 6 is greater than, sorry, 1 is lesser than 7, 6 is greater than 2. Comparison is ruled out. 7 is greater than 2, 2 is lesser than this one. Okay, it's not possible. Then 1 and 3. Like very simple. First 2, then second and third, first and third. 1 is lesser than 2. 6 is lesser than 7. 1 is lesser than 2. 6 is also lesser than 7. All the elements of this column are superior than this. I mean, instead of losing 2, 7, let him lose 1 and 6. Hence, what you can say is this column, no, what you can call as column 1, dominates column 3, as all the elements of column 1 are lesser than or equal to what? Column 3. Here it is lesser than or equal, column point of view, column player point of view, row point of view, row player point of view, it is greater than or equal. So that's what is the step 2, only 2 steps, okay, fine. As all the elements of column 1 are lesser than or equal to column 3, and column 1 is superior than column 3, hence delete column 3. Okay, if you delete column 3, the strategy also you have to delete, and this is a reduced game, 1, 2, 1, 2. Sometimes second strategy also may be deleted, third may be retained. So don't think that always only first 2 will be retained. So like that, okay. So 1 and 3 may be retained, second may be discarded, but it is a coincidence, okay, in both the problems. So it is reduced to 1, 2, 1, 2. So in generic, okay, it may not be like that, okay, 1, 6, 7, 2 or 1, 7, 6, 2. So again, by using the arithmetic concept or formula method, x1, so you will get, fine. So once if you get x1 as 2 by 5, no, some of the probabilities, x3 is 0, of course, fine. So why? Okay, basically it is having 3 strategies, x3 is deleted, that's why this is x1 you have to call, x2, x3. So as it is deleted, okay, we will put 0 for that. So find sum of the probabilities is unity, value of game is 4. So I think value of game lies between max-min and min-max if you verify. The answer or the final solution is like this. Probability of using first, second and third strategies by player A, 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 0. So if you do not write this 0, then okay, so because basically the problem or the game is having 3 strategies, so though it is 0, it is having significance here, x1, x2, x3. In the same way for player B, then value of game. Now let us see this problem. Okay, so you are given with a problem like this. Of course, the question is missing, like solve the following game, that's all. Fine. A player is having 4 strategies, B player is having 4 strategies. Fine. And there is no saddle point, you can see here, because max min is equal to 2. So min max is 4. You can say that value of game lies between 2 and 4, that you can guess or can predict in advance, but it is probabilistic in nature. So when it is not having saddle point, the next approach is the dominance concept, no, that we are using now. So first let us apply row dominance, then column dominance, all that. So if you observe, no, okay, so comparison, because it is 4 cross 4 like this, or randomly you can compare by observation. Third and first one, if you see, 4 is greater than 3, 2 is equal to 2, 4 is equal to 4, 0 equals to 0. What is their observation is all the elements of R3 or A3 are greater than or equal to A1. Hence, A3 dominates or R3 dominates R1. There is no point of holding this. There is no point of retaining this one, because see this and this, this and this, this and this, this and this. Okay, hence now it is reduced to, of course the problem is given, solve the following game using the concept of dominance. So now it is reduced, see, the first strategy is eliminated, second, third, fourth, first, second, third and fourth. Now again if you observe, okay, column wise you observe now, row wise it's not possible. I mean, no row dominates over no row. C3 if you take randomly or by observation, 2 is 2 is lesser than 3. 4 is equal to 4. 0 equals to 0. All the elements of column 3, column 3, please note, are lesser than or equal to the elements of column 1. That's what is written here. Column 3 is superior, column 1 is inferior from B point of view, from B's point of view. Because instead of losing 3, 4, 0, he prefers to lose 2, 4, 0. All the elements you have to see. Maybe equal, lesser than or equal. 2 is lesser than or equal to 3, 4 is equal to 4, 0 equals to 4. Hence, what you can say is column 3, column 3 dominates column 1. Hence, delete column 1, it is written here. This is deleted. Then 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 0, then 4, 0, 8. So now it is reduced to 3 cross 3 matrix. 3 rows and 3 columns with the appropriate strategies you have. Now, if you observe, no row dominates no row, or no column dominates over no column. You can see that. So in the theoretical concept we discussed row dominance, column dominance, then average or modified row or column dominance. I mean, when no row dominates over no row, or when no column dominates over no column, that you can see here, you can compare and see. Then you have to go for grouping or taking the average. There is no pure dominance of rows or columns, hence average of 2 rows or columns can be considered. So again it is by observation or by inspection, what I can say. The average of C3, this one you can see, this and this if you group, so 2 plus 4, average of this is how much? 2 plus 4, 6, 6 by 2. 6 by 2 is 3, this is 2, this is 2 again. I mean, the average should dominate what? A single column or single row. It is like this, okay, when you don't have much strength to fight, assume that, okay, there are 3 persons, 3 rivals or so. So when they are of equal, this one, capacity or equal competence, so what they will do to win over the third person, first 2 persons may unite to defeat the third person or so. It's somewhat like that. So like grouping these two, so will help you to discard one column or one row or something like that. See, 2 plus 4, if you average this, 2 plus 4, 0 plus 4, 0 plus 8. So this is 3, average of these two is 3, 2 and 4. 3, and I mean, what I mean to say is, so the group should dominate the individual. 3 is less than 4, 2 is equals to 2, this is 4. 4, how it is 4? 0 plus 8 divided by 2, that is 4. So the average of column 3 and column 4 is lesser than or equal to column 2. Hence, there is no point of keeping this one. Okay, I mean the average of these two is better than this particular column. Hence, this column is deleted. This column is deleted here. See, that's what. So 2, 4, now 2, 4, 4, 0, 0, 8 is retained with the appropriate or concerned strategies. Now basically, what I said, a dominance concept is used to reduce higher order game to 2 cross 2 game where there is no saddle point. Now, so it was reduced to 3 cross 3 here. Now it is reduced to 3 cross 2, 3 cross 2. So still I have to reduce, then only you can use that formula method, no? So, I mean, you have to reduce one row inevitably. Why? 2 cross 2 means 2 rows and 2 columns. Now, only the way is like comparing the pure row dominance. If there is no pure row dominance, you have to go for the columns. Fine. So there is no pure row dominance here. What you can see here is you have to go for not columns, sorry, because you have to reduce the row only. So you have to group 2 rows like. For example, so if you group these two, 4 plus 0 by observation, average is how much? 2. 0 plus 8 divided by 2 is 4 again. I mean the average of this 2 also will be same. 4 plus 0 divided by 2, 0 plus 8 divided by 2 also is same as that of 2 and 4. So what you can say is the average of row 3 and row 4 dominates row 2. Please note that from row player point of view, so 4 plus 0, 0 plus 8, the average of these two will be same as that of this. So what I said, greater than or equal. So here we have seen greater than or equal. Okay, row dominance, fine. So the average of 3 and 4 is dominating 2, hence there is no point of retaining strategy 2, that is deleted. That's what, see, the average of R3 and R4 is greater than or equal to R2. R2 is inferior, hence deleting R2 we get this one, see, this and this finally. So 3 4 3 4. Now it is reduced to 2 cross 2. Further reduction is not possible. If further reduction is possible, definitely we will be having the saddle point. Okay, fine. As there was no saddle point only, I have reduced the game by using the concept of dominance. Now what you can do is, so you have to use the formula for this. So you will be having basically you have to declare 4 probabilities: x1, x2, x3, x4, y1, y2, y3, y4. Basically the size of the game is 4 cross 4, no? That's why. So though x1 and x2 are not there, you have to put zeros for them. So x3, x4 will get some value. In the same way, y3 and y4 will get some value. So okay, this is the declaration of probabilities for A and B player, and let V be the value of game. So you will not get x1 and x2. x1 and x2 are deleted, no? They are zeros. x3 will get some value, that is 2 by 3. So then x4 is 1 by 3, because some of the probabilities is 1. So in the same way, y3 and y4, 2 by 3 and 1 by 3. Value of game is 8 by 3, you will get it. So you can check the value of game lies between maximum and min max, it was discussed, 2 and 4. 8 by 3 lies between 2 and 4. Okay. So this is very simple. First you have to check for row dominance, pure row dominance, fine. So if it is there, fine. Otherwise go for column dominance. Okay, you try to reduce to the possible extent. Then if you get a stage wherein, okay, there is no pure row dominance or no pure column dominance, then only you have to go for grouping of rows or grouping of columns. So you can combine 2 rows and you can compare with the one of the row, third row or fourth row, whatever it is. In the same way, you can combine 2 columns and you can check the dominance with the remaining or some other row. Certainly it will be reduced to, in the process it will be reduced to 2 cross 2 game finally. So here, so this was the given game 4 cross 4. It is reduced to this extent first, then 3 cross 3, then this one, like this, okay, it was reduced, fine. So that's all about the dominance concept. So dominance concept, okay, we have to understand how to use the row dominance, column dominance, average dominance. Then the next concept in the list is graphical method. So graphical method you can employ when the game is of 2 by n or m by 2 type. That is a limitation of graphical method, of course. I mean, either a row player or column player should have 2 strategies, because we will be having x and y coordinates. So it is a limitation of graphical method. Now let us discuss the graphical method of 2 by n type. 2 by n means row player is having 2 strategies, column player is having more than 2 strategies. N is a finite number, of course. Okay, 2 by 3 let us take here. For example, row player is having 2 strategies, column player is having 3 strategies here. Fine, 2 by n game. You please note that graphical method you can apply. So whenever it is of 2 by n or m by 2 game only. Fine. Now this is very simple. Okay, what to do with this data? Let us see. Let us draw a graph connecting these two, and these two, like this. Fine. So based on the values 1 and 8, okay, 1 and 8, 3 and 5. Okay, you take the suitable scale 1, 2, you write, and scale, no. So minimum value is 1 and maximum value is 11, like that. Okay, you take, and just to try to draw the variations or the slope lines. Fine, like this. First strategy, second strategy, and third strategy you have to draw. Just to connect to 11. Okay, whatever is given here, no. So you have to connect. So like 1, 8, 3, 5, 11, 2. So after this, no, what you have to do is, so when it is of 2 by n game, I mean when row player is having 2 strategies, so you have to identify the lower boundary first. Lower boundary, when it is 2 by n game, no, it is lower boundary. You can shade it or you can hatch it or so. Lower boundary. In that lower boundary, you take the highest or upper point. Lower boundary means, okay, how? It is very simple, this one. the lower portion of the graph, nothing else. Fine. In that, highest point or upper point. Okay, how many points are there? This is 1 point, this is 1 point, this is 1 point, this 1 point, 1 point, like. Okay. Now, which is the highest point? This one is the highest point. Boundary means, okay, this is not the points because it is taking cross here. I mean, it is taking turn like this, starting here, going here. For example, if you name this as A, B, C, D, which is the highest point. So A, B, C is the highest point. That's what is written here. Upper point or highest point in the lower boundary you have to take. Please note that. So whenever it is 2 by n game, no, you identify the lower boundary like this. So in that highest point, then what to do is, it is like kind of dominance only. So passing through this point, no, you retain the strategies. Okay, for example, passing through this point, what are the strategies? This one, 1 is not passing through that. 2 and 3. This is like intersection point, no. The intersection point is common to 2 and 3. Whichever is not passing through this point, you discard that strategy. Then automatically it will be reduced to 2 cross 2. So here, okay, you have only 2 crossing points. Sometimes there may be more than 2 crossing points. Then any 2 you can take. That's not a problem. So the game will be having multiple solutions or alternate solutions. Any 2 points, I mean any 2 strategies passing through that point you have to count. This is the point, for example. So if only 2 are passing, fine. If more than 2 are passing, any 2 strategies you can take and you can solve. Now after this, so okay, 1 is not passing through, no, only 2 and 3 are passing. Let us go back. 1 is not passing. 3, 11, 5, 2. 3, 11, 5, 2. So you have to assume that this is A11, A12, A21, A22. Fine. So you have to solve as usual. I mean by using the formula concept. Fine, formula method. Afterwards, this is about a 2 by n game. 2 by n game. So you have to identify the lower boundary in that highest point. Passing through that point, you have to take the strategies and you have to solve using the formula. Fine. When it is the other type, solve the following 3 by 2 game by graphical method. I mean, row player is having 3 strategies, whereas column player is having only 2 strategies. This is 3 by 2 or in general m by 2 game. So drawing the graph is same, whether it is 2 by n game or m by 2 game. So it is not, I mean there is no variation in the procedure of drawing the graph. Now let us draw the graph. Fine. So now if you draw the graph taking the payoff elements given, the variations are like this. Fine. 1, 2, 3. See, 1 is given 2, 2, 2. See, this one 2, 2, 2. That's why you are going to get a horizontal line like reference line. Now it is different. See, when it was 2 by m game, so you were supposed to identify the lower boundary and highest point in it. Here, when it is this type m by 2 game, what you have to do is, see, ABCD is the upper boundary. You have to identify the upper boundary or upper envelope. Upper boundary, upper envelope. And in that boundary, you have to prefer the lowest point. You have to prefer the lowest point. For example, here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, let us call. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, like upper boundary. In that, the lowest point you to select. But here, we are getting like a bowl shape, coincidentally. Why? Because, see, 2 and 2 is given. Intentionally have taken this problem so that, okay, so when you get this situation, how to tackle also you'll understand. Fine. A, B, C, D, like. Okay, this is the upper boundary. You can hatch or you can shade as I told. Lowest point, like this is A, B, C, D. Coincidentally, these two are of the same level. Same level. So in this case, as I told in the previous case, so you can take any strategies passing through, any 2 strategies. Okay, even if more are passing through also, passing through this or passing through this. So because the lowest point is common, so this point also, lowest point 1 you can say, lowest point 2. Normally, okay, one lowest point only will get, but okay, sometimes you may get like this also. Keeping that in mind, I have taken this problem. So passing through this point B, no, so you take any 2 strategies, this one. Or passing through C, any 2 strategies like this one. The value of game will be same, you can check it like. So this is called, okay, alternative solution, like the game is having more than one solution when you have like this. fine. The game is having alternate optimal solution. Solving the first reduced game by using the formula, the optimal strategies are like this. A. So why you have to call 1, 2, 3 again? See, so basically the row player is having three strategies, no? Like x1, x2, x3 you have to call probabilities. For B player, y1 and y2. So that's what, 4 by 5. So see, strategy 2 is deleted. So that is 0 in this case. See, 1 and 3 has come. So then 1 by 5. Some of the probabilities is 1, you can notice. And for B it is 1, 2, 3. That is 4 by 5, 1 by 5 and 0. Because third strategy is not there from B's point of view. Okay, that one, whichever is not there, no. See, for example, x2, y it is 0 means second strategy is not there here. See, only first and third strategy. That's why first and third we have given the values like. And the value of game is 2, that is V. Okay, value of game, okay, you can directly read from the graph also. See, 2. This is the value of game. Otherwise, you can use that formula. V formula is there, no. So in general, we have used an equation to calculate V. So like that also, you can obtain the value of game. So graphical, okay, either it may be like this, that is 2 by n type, or m by 2 type. So only thing that you have to remember is drawing the graph is same, just connecting this pair of elements. And when it is 2 by n game, no, so you have to first identify the lower boundary in that highest point. And when it is m by 2 type game, upper boundary or upper envelope in that the lowest point. If more than 2 strategies are passing through a particular point, so you can discard more than 2, I mean the third one or fourth one or whatever it is, any 2 you can take, in other words. And if you have like this also, we have discussed, I mean the lowest point is repeated or common, hence either strategies passing through this point you can take, 2 strategies are passing through this also you can take, fine. Now let us take a case study about how we can use the game theory in general, that is the dominance concept or even this graphical method. In a town or in a city, let us take, there are 2 engineering colleges, X and Y. The total number of students is equally divided between the 2. Because quality of education is almost same, both the colleges have good reputation and they are equally performing. Assume that admission of a student to X college is lost to college Y by 1 admission. It's natural, and vice versa. Both the colleges have started advertisement for admission of the students for the current academic year through local newspaper, FM radio and television media and so on. With the aid of an advertising firm, College X has formulated a game matrix given below. Numbers in the matrix represents a gain or loss of the students, like payoff elements, like I mean students, 30, 40, minus 80, all these things. Okay. So now college X and college 2, like 2 organizations or 2 firms you can say. So 30, for example, so this is like strategy 1, strategy 2, strategy 3. What are the strategies here? So advertisement. Advertisement in the newspaper is one strategy, advertisement in the FM radio, advertisement in the television, that is TV. So this one, newspaper, FM radio, television. For college Y also they have the same options, newspaper, FM radio, television. So if you map the strategy of college X and college Y, no, these are the outcomes. Outcomes means the numbers, the student numbers. Like for example, this let us discuss. So if college X advertises in the newspaper, college Y also advertises in the newspaper, so 30 is the outcome. So when it is 30, just 30, I mean positive 30, it is gained to college X, like. So it is gained to college X again. But whereas if college X advertises in the newspaper and if college Y prefers the third one, television, so people may be attracted to the ad of television. In that sense, okay, college X is going to lose 80. Minus means it is lost to X college, no? So minus 80. Like that, so they have predicted or they have approximated the probable changes in the strength of admissions or the students' admissions, fine, 30, 40, or wherever there is minus sign, it is lost to college X, okay. 0 means, okay, no loss, no profit, like, okay, this one. You are requested to suggest the optimal strategies and outcomes of the strategies for both the colleges. So what you can do, first please check whether there is saddle point or not, that is max min and min max, you check it. So if there is saddle point, well and good. What you can say, best strategy for college X, I mean, which media of advertisement they have to select, whether to go for newspaper or FM radio or television, same way for college. So you will get it. Otherwise, what you have to do is, so you have to go for dominance concept, then so to reduce the game to 2 by 2, then you have to go to what? Probability. Probability means, okay, x1, x2, x3 or something, y1, y2, y3. So the value of the game is final game. Sometimes, okay, in the graphical method, so even this kind of game also will be given to solve by graphical method. This kind of game, let us say this kind of game. So then what to do? So graphical method is applicable only for 2 by n or m by 2 cases. I mean, either of the player, row player or column player, should have only the two strategies. So in such cases, so though it is not feasible, sometimes in the question, no, it will be given, solve the following game by graphical method, or sometimes they will give clearly, reduce the following game by dominance, then by graphical method. So if 3 cross 3 game is given to use the graphical method, directly you cannot use the graphical method, no doubt, because so the limitation of graphical method or applicability of graphical method is what? So either of the players should have only the two strategies. In such cases, what you have to do is using the what? Dominance. For example, here, so 5 is greater than, that's what? 6 is greater than 5, 2 is 2 is equal to 2, 7 is greater than 6. No. Now R2 or A2 dominates A3, hence this is deleted. This is deleted. So in that sense, okay, see, now this is reduced to first type. First type means 1, 7, 2, 6, 2, 7. Even this one you can solve by graphical means also. Because row player is having now 2 strategies, column player is having 3 strategies. It is the first type in the graphical approach. See, this one you can see. It is more or less like this only, 8, 5, 2. 8, 5, 2. So that's what, okay, please note that. So when it is given a higher order game to solve by graphical method, so you have to partially use dominance concept to reduce this to 2 cross m or n cross 2 type. Then, okay, once if it is reduced to this type, no, so you can use the dominance, graphical means as usual. See, for example, this problem itself you take. So after getting this stage, no, so you can use the graphical method. Fine. So if they ask you to use the graphical method, so normally, okay, it will be of this type or this type. If it is a higher order game, so it is a concept. You have to reduce partly or partially by dominance, then by graphical method you have to solve. Now, in a nutshell, to understand, I have given a wonderful flow chart for game theory problem. So what is this flow chart? Okay, let us see. So by means of flow chart, no, you can remember the methodology very clearly. It is like a mind map, what I can say. Okay, start. Write the payoff matrix, no? The whole 2 sessions, I mean the entire 2 sessions, I am going to summarize, so in the form of flow chart. Okay, that is the whole game theory is in this flow chart, what I can say. Start, write the payoff matrix, that is formulation. Okay, if there is saddle point, there exists saddle point, you are questioning yourself, fine. Okay, if there is saddle point, write solution of the game, end of the story, you come to the stop. Okay, start, payoff matrix or given payoff matrix, assume that payoff matrix is given to you. You check whether there is saddle point or not. If there is saddle point, no, write solution of the game directly. That's what min max equals to max min. So you know how to write the strategies for both the players and value of game. You close the story, that's all. No, assume that there is no saddle point. So you check, is it 2 by 2 game? Sometimes 2 by 2 game itself will be given as payoff matrix, no? Okay, then yes, it is 2 by 2 game. What to do then? So first, in the first session itself, I mean in the session 4 itself, I have taken a 2 by 2 game without saddle point. Okay, then yes, okay, there is no saddle point, but it is of 2 by 2, yes. Solve by using the analytical formula that I have given, A11, A12 and all. So that's all, directly you will get the solution. You exit again, you come to the stop. Okay, no, assume that there is no saddle point, it is of no, I mean it is not 2 by 2 game also. So like what you have taken now, this one, if you take this problem, no. So there is no saddle point and it is not 2 by 2 game also. Then what to do? You have to use the dominance concept, to reduce it to 2 by 2 game. Okay. So use dominance rule to reduce the game. Okay. Is it reduced to 2 cross 2 game? Once if it is reduced, this and this will become same, no? Solve by analytical formula, then close the chapter. No, it is not possible to reduce to 2 cross 2 also. So then the option is, okay, if it is yes, no, so you can reduce it to 2 cross 2 by using the graphical, that dominance rule, you can close it. Okay. If the answer is no, no, is it 2 by m or n by 2 game? Just you have to check. I mean, the game will be of this pattern. Okay, you have to check it. Fine. Okay. So if it is yes, if the game is of 2 by m or n by 2 or 2 by n or m by 2 also you can call. If it is of this type, no, fine. So use graphical method and reduce it to 2 by 2 game, and as usual use the formula method. You go like this and you close the chapter. Fine. Now lastly, but okay, so no, it is not of this type also. Then what to do? But reduce to 2 by m or n by 2 game. So then also use the graphical approach. Fine. Okay, if it is not, somehow you have to reduce to this one. For example, that's what I was telling. So sometimes a higher order game itself, okay, they'll give and they'll ask you to solve by graphical method, as I was telling like this. Here I have told. Here I think this one. So now it is reduced to 2 cross m or n cross 2. So then again, what to do? Let us come back to the flow chart. Okay. So no, but reduced to, okay, it is of m by n type or something like. Then again, once if it is reduced to 2 cross m or n cross 2, no, so you can use graphical method. So from graphical method, okay, so 2 cross 2 you can reduce, the game can reduce to 2 cross 2. Then again the formula method, stop. That's all. These are all the possibilities. I mean, all the concepts have been articulated or formulated in this flow chart. I have represented in a very simple and effective way, so that very easily you can remember like a mind map. Okay, first see the payoff matrix or write the payoff matrix. If there is saddle point, one method over. This method is, which method it is? Saddle point method. Okay, no, there is no saddle point. Okay, a game, a 2 by 2 game without saddle point. Fine. What to do? Then you have to use the formula. This is second method. In fact, 4 methods you can call. First method is saddle point method. One more is formula, then dominance, then graphical. Okay. Then, so it is not 2 by 2 also, then there is no saddle point also. Use the dominance rule. Just I am repeating or explaining once again, nothing else. Fine. Use the dominance rule. Okay, fine. So then, if it is reduced to 2 cross 2, no, use the formula. So then if it is not reducible to 2 cross 2, then you check whether it is 2 by m or n by 2 game or something like. So if it is 2 by m or n by 2, use the graphical method, you make it 2 by 2, then again use the formula. Or no means, okay, somehow, okay, reduce the game, higher order game, 3 cross 3 game or so. So to 2 cross m or n cross 2, then again use the graphical method. One step will be extra here. Okay, if it is 2 cross m or n cross 2, then directly you can use the graphical method. So if it is not so, so if they ask you to use the graphical method, somehow you have to reduce it to 2 cross m or n cross 2, then only you have to go for graphical method. The graphical method will reduce to 2 cross 2, then formula. Then finally stop it. This is the flow chart for game theory problem. So I take this opportunity to thank you one and all for your kind attention, and let us recall the objectives of the session, whether, okay, so we have achieved or have attained the outcomes or objectives or not. After this session, we have defined, so we should be able to understand the concept of dominance very clearly. So we have discussed the row dominance, column dominance, average, so with a couple of numericals. Solve a game using dominance rule. So dominance rule is basically used to reduce higher order game to lower order game. So normally it will reduce the game size to 2 cross 2, fine. So then you can use the formula and you can solve it like. So now you are comfortable to use the dominance rule to solve a game. Then we have discussed about graphical method. The limitation of the graphical method is, so the game should be of either 2 by m or n by 2. Sometimes a higher order game also will be given to solve by using graphical method. In such cases, okay, so you have to use the dominance concept partly to convert the game into 2 cross m or n cross 2. Then, okay, you have to use the graphical method. Again, the graphical method also what it will do, it will reduce 2 by m or n by 2 game to 2 by 2 only, for which again you have to use the formula method. Finally, we have discussed the flow chart, like summary of all these concepts right from saddle point concept, okay, to the graphical method. So once again, I take this opportunity to thank all of you. So we'll meet in the next session, the new concept. Thank you once again. Take care and have a nice time.